Once upon a time, in a village nestled between two giant snow-capped mountains, there lived an old clockmaker named Elias. But Elias didn't build clocks that told the time. He built clocks that held moments. His workshop was filled with ticking brass machines, but instead of numbers, their faces showed memories. One clock showed a golden summer afternoon that never ended. Another showed the exact moment a first snowfall touched the ground. People would come from miles away to buy a moment clock to remind them of their happiest times. However, Elias had a secret. In the back of his shop, under a dusty velvet cloth, sat a massive silent clock made of dark iron. It had no hands and no face. It was the clock of the future, and Elias had never been able to make it tick. He had spent 50 years trying to craft a gear that could catch tomorrow, but metal could only hold what had already happened. One evening, a young girl named Mira wandered into his shop. She didn't have money for a happy memory. She was holding a broken lantern. "My grandmother gave me this," she whispered. "She said it holds the light of the sleeping sun, but the flame has gone out. Can you fix it?" Elias looked at the lantern. It wasn't broken. It was just empty. He looked at the girl's sad eyes and realized something. He had spent his life trapping the past in brass cages. But this girl wasn't looking for the past. She was looking for hope. He took his very best tool, a small hammer made of silver, and walked over to his dark iron clock. With a deep breath, he smashed the glass of his most precious memory clock, the one that held his own childhood laughter. A swirl of golden dust released into the air. He didn't try to catch it. Instead, he guided the swirling gold into the girl's empty lantern. The lantern didn't just glow. It roared with a brilliant, warm light that pulsed like a heartbeat. "This isn't the sun," Elias said gently. "It is something better. It is the light of a memory given away to brighten a future." As Mira walked out into the snowy night, the lantern didn't just light her path. The light touched the snow, and flowers began to bloom in the middle of winter. The light touched the gray houses, and they turned into colors of pastel pink and blue. Elias watched from his window. He heard a sound behind him. Tick-tock. He turned around. The massive iron clock of the future was finally moving. Elias smiled, realizing the truth at last. You cannot build the future with gears and metal. You can only build it by breaking open your past and giving the light to someone else. And so the village learned that the brightest lanterns are lit not by the sun, but by kindness shared. From that night on, every hopeful step forward made the future softly begin to tick.